if you're not able to access? Has anybody not been able to access the mirror board? Does everybody have mirror board access? If you don't, you can send the chat, and you can say whatever you want in the chat. It's like a Twitch chat. The meeting chat, it's like Twitch. You want to talk about bananas, talk about bananas, really. You can say whatever you want. And nobody has said that they don't have access. I love bananas. Okay, well, happy to know, Alexander. Alrighty, then. Woo, let's get started. And let's do this. So, HF 2026. So, let's go. Boom. Big yes, HF 2026. Please don't stop touching the text. Why are there arrows? Stop touching. You guys can stop touching the left. And let's get cracking. So, while I'm presenting, you're free to move around your little arrows. It's cute and all. Just don't move them over what I'm doing. Okay? Perms to see the messages. Okay, just one person doesn't have perms. One person has a perm issue in the chat. I'm getting that fixed for them right now, and we'll get started. Man, I'm fixing perms for one person. Okay. Lorenzo, check if you have perms in the chat. Can you see the chat? Fixed? Great. Everybody's here. So just while I'm presenting or explaining things, please consider other people and don't move your cursor over it. We're lots of people, so if you put your cursor over something, it's not visible. So just on the area I'm doing here, in the middle, under HF 2026, please don't put your cursor. You can put your cursor above, around it, just don't move your cursor. So Elise, Mathieu, Kosi Biva, just me under HF. Please move your cursor away from here so it's readable for everybody. Just, yeah. Knesia Bova, Fernando Lopez, please move it away. Thank you very much. Sebastian, you can move it away. And let's get started then. So, you might wonder what our plan is for 2026, and that's exactly what we're going to be tackling today. So first of all, as usual, and as you guys have seen this last year, we have been very, very, very prominent on our making the best projects possible. Now, I personally wrote something related to this, which I'm going to be posting on social medias in the near future, but until I post it, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys. So let's start off with this. You guys can all read this. Everybody can read what I just put in orange. So I'll read it, or don't touch it. Somebody clicked on it. Don't want Ilya. Thank you. So I'll read it for you guys. At Honeyfrost, our mission is to make the best projects possible, placing artistic creativity first. I could spend hours detailing its intricacies, so it's what we're going to do here. Oh, sure thing, Snecky. Okay, so I'll talk slower. So, at Honeyfrost, our mission is to make the best projects possible, placing artistic creativity first. I could spend hours detailing its intricacies. Instead, here's what our mission is not. Our mission is not to make projects which make the most revenue possible. Our mission is not to make projects which sell the most copies possible. Our mission is not to make projects which improve our reputation the most possible. Our mission is not to make projects which make the most profit possible. Our mission is not to make projects which are the fastest to create possible. Our mission is to make the best projects we can. Now, what does it mean? That means that when we do a project, and this is a change regarding what we did in the past, we do two things. There's two aspects to this. There's what we like the most, and what we as players like the most. So we put ourselves in the position of a player. If I was a player here, what would I like the most? And what we individually like the most. That's what making the best thing is. Labor of love. Exactly. That's the goal. And this is for a social media post, so there's something I didn't put because it's Sora, but I'll add it here. But when through making the best possibles, one of the above happens, such as RLCraft doing great, Mousy's doing great, but went through doing the best thing possible. Some of the above happen, some or all of the above happen. We're grateful. Is my speed better, by the way, guys? The speed at which I'm speaking, is it good? Anybody tell me? I think I'm going at an okay. Anybody tell me if I'm still going too fast for them? Okay. So this is not what we do, but when it happens, we're grateful. Thank you. It's amazing that it happens. You hear me clear? Amazing. Good pace, not too slow. Great. So this, as you can see, is a value of Honeyfrost. We make the best projects possible. What does this mean? A value, it's always fun to say you have a value, but it's really only a value if it means there's something you do for it. And what does this mean that we do something for it here? Wait, I can't. What does that mean? It means that, if we go a bit to the right, what does it mean? What do we not do for this? So it's a value. What do we not do for this? I'm going to be clear. We're not doing any project which doesn't align with our vision. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? And I'll explain this to you by adding some extra documents to the page, which I'll present to you. So a project doesn't align with our vision, we don't do it. Let's explain what that means. But first, let's start by going over something pretty cool. We'll get back to it right after. So, as you guys might know, boom, we got cool projects. You guys can all check this out. So, our vision for the future is making amazing projects in the first place. So make these amazing projects, but also develop a honey. So everybody remove your cursor. Alexander, Benjamin Goico, Ilya, Mathieu, please. Thank you. So everybody can read it. Yes, thank you. Our goal is, our vision is, what is our vision? It's develop a Honeyfrost brand. Develop a Honeyfrost brand. A Honeyfrost brand. Develop a Honeyfrost brand. So people associate Honeyfrost with, oh, I know what Honeyfrost does. Okay. Develop a Honeyfrost brand. And it's not make the greatest project is separate to this, but our vision is to develop a Honeyfrost brand, okay, and make great projects. So what does this mean? When you look at the projects here, you can see how RLCraft, if someone plays RLCraft, they can play RLCraft with nothing else. But if a player buys Security Craft, they can maybe add it to RLCraft and get new features. They can buy Cataclysm and add it to RLCraft, and then the bosses of Cataclysm become much stronger. Or Iron Spells and Spellbooks is a magic mod. Cataclysm is a boss mod. If the player adds both to their world, we'll make it so they get new magic powers. Essentially, you buy Honeyfrost projects because they're high quality, you know us, people know the brand, but also because when you buy multiple projects, they merge together and you get new features. So this is our plan for 2025. Make the best projects and make the projects we have link between each other. Now, this is all pretty. What does it mean we not do? This means that, let's say, we could make a lucky block. Okay, lucky block. Imagine that. Oh my flip it. What the fuck is that? That goes insane. Yo, that's such a cool boss bar. Apart the middle, which is harder to read, but that's really cool. Imagine, guys, there was a lucky block thing, okay? And this lucky block project, imagine on the marketplace, there's a lucky block trend, okay? Imagine there's a lucky block trend. And these lucky block projects, they make what? They make us $500,000, okay? Make 500,000 USD per Lucky Block project, okay? Boom. Imagine I can do a Lucky Block, would do $500,000. The thing is making this Lucky Block doesn't align with our vision of building projects with brands. It doesn't link with our other projects. We do not make this Lucky Block project. Even if it's free money, we do not do it because it doesn't link with what we're doing. The same. You won't see us creating, we did lots of one blocks in the past. We're not going to be doing more one blocks. What we're going to be doing now is making projects which build a brand. Is somebody by playing RLCraft going to be like, wow, these guys go crazy? Are we going to learn new things doing RLCraft too? Yeah. Are we going to set standards making into the wild? Yes. Are we going to set standards, move the future while making a Lucky Block? No. And so what we're not doing is we're not starting any project which is going to be making under $1 million. We're not going to be doing small projects which don't align with the vision we want, as easy as those projects are to do and as spammable as we could do them. That is not what we're going to be doing. Okay? So that is the first thing here. If it doesn't align with the vision, we don't do it. Only go in for giants. Only dream in gigantic. If there's a project that we could do, but it's a small project, it's like a spam project, we don't do it, okay? That's the first point. That's what we're going for. We're going to make big things which change how really people see our projects and what we do. And that we set a tone and we create the coolest goddamn thing possible. And the sacrifice for that is, yeah, we don't do any small ones. So you won't see us doing that anymore. Next, what are we now going to not do anymore? A chain, let's go. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So what do I mean by this? This means that if you have a chain, let's say you have a rope here, boom, and under it, you have a chain. Okay. And here you have a big weight. Big weight. This chain is only as strong as the weakest one. If only one has a small little hole in it, the chain breaks. It doesn't matter that every other chain was unbreakable. You have one breakable one, chain breaks. That's really what we do at Honeyfrost. We make projects, the way we move is really a chain. Everybody trusts each other. Everybody moves in a way which is aligned for that. And so what it means is what we're going to be doing is we're going to hold a high standard for everyone, and with unreliable team members, people you can't trust to do what they do, no matter how amazingly, thank you very much, Jules, no matter how skilled they are, no matter how good what they do is. I like that. That's really cool. As strong as they are, as amazing, if they're unreliable, we're not going to be working with them, okay? That's simply what it is. We can't trust them. If they're a chain, we're relying on them, we won't work with them. But at the same time, if we can't trust somebody, we don't work with them. The people we do work with, we trust them. Even if it means that if I tell, example, I assign Jules to produce a project, okay? And he does a bad job on it, the project will do bad. It sounds simple, but it's really the case of if I was micromanaging him, going behind him, the project wouldn't do bad. I'm micromanaging him. It wouldn't change anything. But that's not how you make great things. We already spoke about that in the past. This is not how you make great things. The way to make great things is you recruit people who are really talented to do things, or you help them become really talented. And then you put them on the mission. You say, hey, here's where we're going. And everybody does their best to get there. That's the mission we're doing. And so, yeah, even if it means if I give this task to this guy, I trust you to do it, it could go badly, I still do it, because imagine if it goes well. This is how you do it if you want it to go well, okay? And holding high standard for everyone just means we trust everybody, but if there's someone we can't trust, we gotta part ways. Now, the thing we're going to be doing here is also only going to be recruiting English speakers. So I put open to change in the future, but yeah, in the future from this point forward, we're only going to recruit people who we can speak with in English. If somebody can't speak English, we won't recruit them. For the people we already have who don't speak English that well, I'll put it that you guys have a year to be good. If you don't yet speak English good, don't yet speak English good, you have a year. Now, to be very clear, the most important part by far is oral comprehension is number one. If you're in a meeting, you need to be able to understand what is told to you. That's number one, oral comprehension. Number two, oral expression is number two. Written, if somebody's bad at writing, they can use a translator. But oral, you can't. That's essential. If you currently don't yet speak English, you guys have 1 year, you guys have until 2026 to be able to understand what we say. And if you can express yourself, explain your idea. If you pre-write it, explain your idea. Yeah, that you can explain. You don't need to be perfect. Don't need to do announcements in English, but for everybody who doesn't yet speak, you need to be able to understand everything I say and explain your ideas. Now, it's a bit funny because if someone doesn't understand what I'm saying, they won't hear this. So, Henry, please be sure to translate this and make sure all the Russians are very clear on that point. Okay? Now, let's go on to the next one. And this is the final point on this. Boom. You guys are also going to see us. If change is needed, we do it. So what do I mean by this? I mean that if there's something we want to do, there's a goal we want, there's something we need to adjust it to get to where we want to go, we do the edit straight. We do the change immediately. We go and get it straight. And that means that if somebody does something which is bad, hey mate, I don't like what you did. We don't insult the persons, but we'll tell them, hey man, what you're doing here is not good. And we tell them straight. We immediately tell them, man, what you did here, nah, not good. Let's change this. Let's go on a different path. We can do something better. I see we got some. I'm finished this and then I'll address the questions in the chat. So speaking bluntly about the work, you're always honest. We don't say, oh, I love your work. If you don't like it, we straight up, we tackle it and we'll go straight up to going to the good path. Now, does anybody have any questions or comments on these before I go to the next part? You can ask questions. I'll address the questions in the chat. So, can we link dinosaurs and Cataclysm by taming the ancient remnant or something like that? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'll put it in as that's a possibility. Yeah, we could do that. Depends how Benjamin Ducournut, the other Benjamin, likes it. He responded right under. We have a few ideas on how we can link dinosaurs. An idea would be to transform the ancient remnant and all the other skeletons into alive dinosaurs. Can be very interesting. I like it. Kruglov Kirill asks, will there be projects for Hightail? There can be not. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily interested in doing Hightail projects. I'd be much more interested in doing things for Steam. And if we do things for Hightail, it would mostly be transporting of our IP. So we could do a Mousie's Mobs on Hightail, a Cataclysm on Hightail. Hightail are Minecraft fans, so they will be aware of those brands. And that could be something really cool to bring over, especially at the beginning. But I'm not going to say I love it. I'm not a personal Hightail mega fan. Yeah. Yeah, not even if the game has player retention. If the game blows up completely and it's like Minecraft who? Okay, we probably can go on it a bit. But if not, I see going to Hytale in the same way as going to Fortnite and going to Roblox, which to me is like, why? It just don't make sense to me. We would not be doing a Minecraft 2. Minecraft is an amazing game. Hytale is already going on that. I'd do something which I like. Retention is more important. What do you mean, Alexander, by retention? What do you mean? We're going to see what Alexander, and then we can go on to the next part. Mostly stable and high player count. Yes, it's not a fad. That's essential. But these are all things which will make Hytale interesting to go. Hytale can be interesting. Hytale could be like Fortnite. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm interested to bringing us onto Hytale. It doesn't align with doing the best project. It's like if Hytale has a system that enables us to make something we want to create, why not? But if we're learning a new platform, not necessarily interesting. Now, let's go on to the next part. I'm going to be going over here. We're going to be going over some things which I've explained in the past, but we're going to explain again. So you guys might remember this from the last meeting. Gonna reiterate on it to make sure it's down your heads. You understand this. This is essential. Could someone add a gray background to this image with tons of images around it, please? That's good. Yeah, let's go. Oh, we got to move it to the back. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, add it back. Who deleted it? Oh, is someone? I see the image flashing. You got to send it to back. Yeah, let's go. Thank you, Jules. So let's start. Management in direction. As you guys can tell right now, what I'm doing is, and I'll describe it more clearly where Honeyfrost is going, but the way we manage is very much so. We explain what we want. Actually, we can remove the past because we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. What we're going to do, what we do is, when we manage projects, we set where we're going, and people work to going to that goal. And we spend managers and people who give tasks to people. It's essential that we spend lots of time explaining to people exactly where we want them to go. We don't detail how they get there. We don't detail we just detail, hey, here's where I want you to go. This is where we want you to go. And people can then work off that. And hopefully you guys have been seeing changes on this regarding how things are managed, but overall, much effort is being put to here's exactly where we want to go. Y'all free to get there. And then the managers need to do small adjustments. You guys are empowered to do decisions to get where we're going in the best way. Alexander pinged me. Battlefront 6, it blew up. Yeah, okay. Yes. Yes. Making a game that's moddable is making a game with infinite playtime and replayability is much harder than making a game which is just spikes one time. Now let's go over to the next one here. This is essential. And it is that our projects related to the chain. The chain example might have sounded a bit depressive. It said that basically, if on our projects, you have the marketing, animations, models, textures, sound, balanced game design, if any one of these is bad, the project is a failure. If we release a project, but the balance is terrible, everything one-shots you, that's a bad project. Yeah, if you play a project and there's a bugged texture which crashes your game, that's a bad project. Spot on, Drew. But here's the thing. I could make it so that micromanagement makes it so there's no bad thing. Everything is disconnected. So a project where, let's say a furniture project, all the furnitures, if one furniture is OP, it doesn't affect the other furnitures. Doesn't really matter. But the thing is I want to do projects which are cool so much that I'm willing to do this. And here's the thing. To do projects which are amazing, I'm going to show you guys something here. To make projects which are amazing, here is a little graph on the side. You can see on the bottom, this is the effort. Effort, okay? I'm going to call this effort. Effort. Okay? Here is the effort level we do. And here is result. So here's something very important. At school, when you guys were at school, if at school you have half of the points, you get half the grade. Yeah? You have 5 questions right out of 10. Your grade is 5 out of 10. So far, everyone agrees. You do better. You get 8 questions right at school. Your grade, 8 out of 10. So far, everything makes sense. The thing is that our projects are multiplicative. And that means that imagine a test like at school, but every single question is a multiplication of the other. So what does that mean? This means that if you look at the effort column, if in real life you do something and you do half, you get 0. You get 0. You get 0. You do half-assed work, 0. You don't get anything. See? 0. You get 0. You do work which is better. You get it's close to being good. Yeah, okay, you get 3. Why not? 3. You do work which is, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, I like that. You get 7 out of 10. Here's the thing, though. You do work that's, oh my, I've never seen a job as good as that. You get 200 out of 10. And with one test successfully done, you get enough, that's pretty. You get enough points to have 0 on all your tests. If we in a year release projects, we can release our projects so good, the other projects are failures. It's okay. That's very different than school. And the question is then, okay, well, it's obvious we're not in school. We're in the real life. Where in real life, everything's exponential. You see how the grade here goes. Whoop, the grade here goes. Whoop, 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 whoop. So this means that the more effort we put, the more result we get in a very, 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 very unfair way near the end. So every little bit we can improve a project, we do. And this is what I want to do. This is essential. We need to make goddamn the best thing possible because the result we get is, if we make a project which is 10% better, result doubling. The result doubles if we make a project. If our RLCraft is like the next RLCraft is like 2 times better, it's not going to do 2 times better. It's going to do much better. And the reputation, everything we do influences is that. And so it's so essential for us to make the best things possible. And
yeah, that's true. Even if some things will be hard, and if the work sometimes will be overwhelming, the work still good.
Completely.
It's very much worth it. So yeah,
completely. Yes, completely. And this means that to make the best thing, you need to have the best balance. You need to have the best textures. You need to have the best models. You need to have the best animations. To have the best models and animations, what does it mean? It means you need to trust these people to deal with their job because I'm not gonna be the world's best modeler, animator, texture artist, sound designer, balance, game designer, and marketing, but I can put somebody very, very fucking great at it, and they can then do their job and multiply everybody. Like Jewel had put us an example right under. Jewel had put something multiplicative, and it's everybody of you guys multiplies the final result. Imagine every one of you guys is A, B, C, D, E, F on a project. What this means is that imagine everybody's at a 1, okay? Okay? And then it makes a 1, okay? And then one of you guys is like, you know, I'm going to put more effort in, and we get a 1.5. It impacts the final project. Every one of you guys, through the work you do, impact our final project. Okay? And I want this so much that I'm willing to go with this has one weakness though, which is that if you have somebody terrible, if you have something terrible, your final result is terrible. This could be 1,500. It would still be 0. If somebody's sabotaging what you do, it won't go well. But I so much want us to do the best projects that, as I said before, we're gonna trust people to do the thing. If they do a bad job, we'll remove them, but we trust it. We give them the opportunity to do an amazing job to everybody. And that's the important part is everybody matters on the project, and everybody who's working on our projects impacts the final result. If you do a great job, it will be felt in the project. Even if the project is massive, there's lots and lots and lots of things. There's 2,000 textures. As I said, effort is an exponential. If we're right here, you guys see at the corner of effort, we go a bit further here. We just do a bit better. The result is much, much greater. And so every little thing, every person, everything you guys do, it matters on what we do. And I trust you guys to do an amazing job. And finally, in terms of these aspects of notions to re-see, things are simple, but not necessarily easy. Not necessarily easy. Necessarily easy. So what I mean by that is running a marathon, well, you put one foot in front of the other 50,000 times. That's very simple. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Us being like, okay, I'm going to trust everybody to do what it is. I'm going to trust everybody to do their job. Okay, it means everybody impacts the project. Everybody can decide we're going to have something great. It's simple. It's somewhat simple. I hope I simplified it enough for you guys, but it's not necessarily going to be easy. We're still going to do it though. We're still going to put all the effort we can into doing it to make the goddamn best thing possible. We're still going to do that. And it's not necessarily easy to, instead of giving slight adjustments, spend lots of time detailing the goal of what we want to do. Still going to do it, though. Still going to push through. We're still going to make that happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, now, let's go over. Now, does anybody have questions related to this part before I go on to the next one? If you don't have questions, you can say, that was clear for me. I think you have something interesting to say. Mm-hmm.
It is something clear.
Okay, all clear. Amazing. Pleased to hear. Everybody can speak. You're just the only person with the courage to speak. I think I said this the first time we called. I enjoy working with young people. Genny is pretty young because young people, they don't create themselves useless rules. Like, people love to condition themselves and give themselves rules like, oh, I can't speak. Oh, I'm not going to. But when people don't do it, they do crazy stuff. No, so I love the fact you're speaking. It's really cool.
Thank you.
I like it.
I mean, I just speak because I'm lazy as shit to text, but
no. You can do it. It's cool.
Okay.
Crystal clear. Crystal clear. Alrighty. Well, then let's go. We're now going to do some little recaps for you guys. I'm going to share you guys some things related to Honeyfrost. It's a bit going to be all over the place, and then we're going to get to our conclusion. So, related to this mission. Okay, no, I don't. I'm gonna mute you though if you do toilet sound. Okay, he's muted. He's doing whatever sound. You can put a message into chat when those sounds are gone. So, okay, we have signed with Security Craft. Security Craft is a Java mod, so I got their license. So Security Craft Java. You can check that in the chat. Here's Security Craft, but we got their license. So we're going to be going with those next year. We also have the Ironsmodic Magic. TOs. Yeah. Iron Spells and Spellbooks. I've also signed with these guys. So we also have this license for next year. So we're going to be doing little ports of these guys. Okay. And we're now going to go over the project line. So, as you guys can see here, we have a lot signed these licensed products. This is really cool, but Anna,
just to make sure that both of those new projects, do we do textures for them, or do we just reuse the ones found in the original?
We're going to be using it will depend. We'll be able to see. We'll be able to see. But what's important to understand, why do we do these projects? The strategy behind doing these projects, these licensed projects, is the following. So I'll explain it to you guys. So you guys get what we're doing. It's going to be really cool. So basically, I told you guys how everything multiplies everything, okay? So a project success, let's call the project success Y. I'm on the board, by the way, under project compatibilities. I'm here. Let's say you have something called Y. Oh, Jules had done a comment for us. Okay, he just was absent when I was explaining it. Okay, anyway. You have Y, okay? And let's say the project's idea times execution, okay? Through doing collaborations with Java mods, we know the idea is good. We can focus fully on doing the goddamn best thing possible. We focus fully on execution. So the result, the Y, if Y is good, we know it's because our execution was good. If Y is down, we know it's because our execution was down. We basically, through doing these collaboration projects, train our execution. So we become super good at executing. And as you can imagine, well, once we're getting pretty good at executing, the next step, like Into the Wild, is going to start to develop, instead of licensed IP, instead of licensing, we're just going to do our own IPs. Our own ideas. And now we know we're going to be good at execution. If the project works well, it's because our idea is good. If the project works less well, it's because our idea is bad. We focus. And that's the goal of licenses. It's to focus on doing the best thing possible without having to worry on, is this a good idea? No worries about that. We focus, we do the best execution possible, and we get better at that. We canalize our efforts. We train on execution, and then during the year, we're going to be starting to work on projects of our own idea. In terms of project ideas, which I would like to do, I would love to do dimension content. So dimensions, we have requested dimensions. I've spoken with the director, but she's a girl, so it's the girl director of post-sale monetization of Minecraft. So she's the head of servers, marketplace, persona items, all these things. And I told her, dimensions, and she said, dimensions, moi, best thing ever. So we're on the good path to get to dimensions. They haven't agreed
to... that... Is it going to be like an add-on? Is it going to be the world template, or is it going to be like its own separate thing, you know?
I hope they do it as add-ons, but they haven't yet shared it. Dimensions are the coolest thing ever. Of course they're doing dimensions. The question is how long it takes them to do dimensions. But they will be doing dimensions, yes. Players want dimensions. I did a survey to our community. I got 3,000 people to respond, and I shared it with Microsoft. I said, hey, these people, they want to play dimension projects. And so we're on the great path. In terms of dimension products we're interested in, I very much like Twilight Forest. I have a call with him I've been speaking with these guys for like a year now. But they're a bit strange, and if not a dream dimension would be super cool. So a dimension of your dreams. When you go into the bed, you go zzz, and then you wake up and you're in the dimension of your dreams, where of course you use the power of imagination to beat nightmares, because why not? A SpaceX collaboration could be fun too. And you go on Mars and stuff, and an update for RL Craft where you go into the city dimension. Those are all things which could be done with dimensions, which are a feature which Microsoft is going to be bringing in the following. So those are ideas for projects. So as you can see, we would have to see, but we'd be working on the dream dimension in the near future. Yes. And another project we're also going to be doing is RL Craft. We're probably going to be doing an RL Craft. Well, I know we're going to do an RL Craft 2, which is a better version of RL Craft 1. This is what we're going to be working on. This is going to be so exciting and cool. I'm really excited to get tackled on these. Through doing these projects more amazingly each time, we're going to have people who know that we do crazy stuff each time. Deeper and Darker, I'm less a fan. It's like I look at it, I'm like, it's basically a Warden dimension, but not. I'm not inspired when I think of Deeper and Darker. For those who don't know, it's a Java mod. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Elden Ring IP. We'll have to see about that. But I'm dubitative of doing Elden Ring. I don't think people would necessarily be interested. Fortnite, no, they're not. Why would if people want to play Fortnite, they open Fortnite, okay? But these are project ideas. These are not commitments. I'm just sharing to you guys, these are cool ideas we have for the future we can probably work on. No, we're not doing an Elden Ring IP. We're not doing an Elden Ring IP. If people want to play Elden Ring, they open Elden Ring. That's to make that one very clear. Now, in all of the above, we have how we're going to operate, that each of you matter, the values we follow. Here are some behaviors I'd like to see from you guys, or I expect more. I'd like to see you guys do it very, very well, but I expect you guys to follow. And the number one is, and someone put that above, you can come in voice chats. It's communication. Communicate more. You guys are free to share ideas. Communicate more. Communicate more. What do I mean by this? You guys can suggest ideas. We do calls on our projects. You can bring in ideas. You can ask questions to the people you work with, and especially role leads and producers. You can ask questions. Hey, how can I do this? How can I do that? How is this thing? Oh, I have an idea. Well, I love idea suggestions. Now, when I get idea suggestions like Pregnant Steve in Fortnite, I question. But thank you very much for the suggestion, nevertheless. Communicate more, suggest ideas, ask questions to people you work with, especially role leads and producers. Completely. Now, another thing, this is as also expected, is simply always keep on learning. Always keep on learning. In life, you don't maintain, you're growing, you're getting bigger or getting smaller. You got to keep on learning. We're improving fast. You guys see, every year we be 2xing. Every year we double. You got to keep on learning if you want to keep up. At the start of Honeyfrost, at a point where we're 50 people. Of these 50 people, I'm the only one left. And it's really the case of you got to level up. You got to go harder. I think it wasn't 50, it was 35. And we're not getting smaller, Jewel. We're getting bigger. But the amount of laziness is getting smaller. The amount of low effort is getting smaller. Okay. Joke related to the gym. All right. All right. And suggest ideas, very good. Now, when you suggest ideas, just to explain to you guys how to suggest ideas in an efficient way, you always do it this way. I always suggest is what you make it very clear. What's the benefit of your idea? Benefit of your idea. Let's actually do a little quadrant for you guys. I'll do it for you guys here. Basically, if you have a suggestion, here's how you always present it in a very good way. God. Idea. One. Idea. Two. So when you guys are suggesting ideas, always suggest it in this way. Here's how things are going right now. You say, here's how things are going right now. Here's what's good. Here's what's bad. Here's my idea. Here's what would go good with my idea. Here's what would go bad with my idea. That's how you suggest ideas. So let's do an example. Jules, Phil, give freestyle an example on this. Get us an example on this. Let's see what he's gonna get. What would be an idea? Yeah, or like on our rollcraft. Give an example of somebody who. Oh, I have an idea on our rollcraft.
Okay. Weapon system.
Yeah.
So we want to add a weapon system to our craft. So it's really good because it will allow us to do better bosses. I don't really.
You can Phil. You can do another one, or you can like delete parts of mine. Yeah, that's cool. You can do it.
I think I just do that. Yeah. All right. So you can do better bosses. You can add more weapons. You can do a lot of cool stuff with this system. However, it comes with really annoying drawbacks. Like, there will likely be delays on attacks, which means that on multiplayer and rounds, it will not be as good as in solo. And that's a really precise thing to look for, because when you play a game and the thing feels it feels like you're on ice, it doesn't feel sharp, it doesn't feel consistent, it's really bad. And the weapon system changes the combat system, and it's the core of the game. So I think what Paul said is just, when you try to think of an idea, you need to think of all the things it's going to impact, and the positive points and the bad
completely
points.
And also compare it always, and just add this here. What happens if we go for how we're doing it right now? Or what's the alternative? What's the other one?
So
doing nothing. What's the plus and minus of that?
Doing nothing? Well, it's just boring.
Well, you can just put there's no risks, but it's boring.
Boring.
There's
no risks.
No risks. Now, what does it mean, no risk? There's no delays on attacks. Be precise.
Yeah.
No
delays, no problem in multiplayer. Gonna be done this.
Alrighty.
Boring. Just useless good. Less ping communication. Wait, I cannot write apparently. We can also add here that there's less work.
Less work. Okay, and so see how through looking at this idea, it's now Jules' idea of weapon system is so clear. If we do it, here's what we'll get. Here's what we'll miss. If we do nothing, here's what we'll get. Here's what we'll miss. Which do we do? And you can share that. And this is so clear. When you guys come to me with ideas, I love ideas. Oops. Follow this. It is so amazing to communicate in this way. When you're doing decisions in a call, in this case, how can we anticipate the lagging part? You don't. You just suggest the idea based on What about port of one of the Java biomods? Oh, we're not doing that. I don't like them, nzZcaasXLlU. I don't like them. I find ours better. I don't want to port something if I'm like, I can do better. Like, I can just do better than this right now. I don't want to. So we just do ourselves. And yeah, Matthew, you just try your best. It's okay. You're a sound designer. You don't know if it will lag or not. You still share what you see. It's okay if it's not full. It's okay it's not perfect. The goal is simply you shared what you know. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to do your best job. I didn't put make the perfect DLC. I make the best DLC. You can fail. You can suggest things. It's okay. I want to hear suggestions. Yeah, always keep on learning. There was one other idea. Communicate more. I think that's it. That's it. So yeah, these are then the points we have. Does anybody right now, before I go on to our final conclusion, have any questions? You can ask me anything about Honeyfrost. I'll answer them. If you have, oh, I know what the last point is now. Yes. The last point is do what you like. And this is very important. So let's say I give you guys a mission to do. I say make a car. Okay? Make a car. I don't know why there's a car down, but let's say I tell you guys to make a car. Okay? And I tell you guys to make a car. You can make the car you prefer. Yeah, you're going to make a car, but make the car you find coolest. Make the car you like the most. I recruited you guys. You guys can make what you prefer. The reason Honeyfrost's logo is orange is because orange is my favorite color. The reason we did dinosaurs is I like dinosaurs. The reasons we did Arelcraft is I like Arelcraft. The reasons we did Mousies is I like Mousies. If when I give you guys a task to do, and you have freedom on the task to do what you like. Make it something you enjoy. If you don't need any justification. If I say make a car and you're like, oh, I want to make a supercar. I want it to be like, ooh. Okay, I'm not the best car designer, but you get the point. Both are perfectly valid. Both are great. Both things here are great. The important thing is that you do the thing which you like, because the one you like might sound crazy, but it's the one we're probably going to like the most too. And that's so important. When you do tasks, you make things you're proud of. That you're proud of doing the final project. When we have the final project, you see it and you're like, God damn, that's so cool. I loved what we made. That's essential, and that's what I'm going to end on in terms of what I'm sharing you guys today. But does anybody have any questions on future of Honeyfrost, anything related to Honeyfrost? You guys can ask them in meeting Cherry Grove. If anybody has anybody, we'll answer questions from anybody. Before going,
clearly sounded good to me, and that was a good devotional from you, really. This kind of reassures me about what the team proposes, because when I was first working on internships, the fact that I wasn't even feeling good with the team I was working with, I felt bad. I always had to feel like I had to do things perfectly. It was horrible. But then when I joined in, I was pretty skeptical. When yeah, we can just try our best. We can just try what we want to do. This really, I never got in places like this before. And it really.
Okay. Nice. Well, pleased to hear that. Pleased to hear that. That's super cool.
Yeah, honestly, thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I have a question regarding the timelines. Do we already have a timeline of the mods and which one are coming closely and which one are coming less
Yes.
closely?
Yes, of course. We're going to be sharing these at the times come in terms of information, which I'll be sharing with you right now. RLCraft 2, these guys here are not started. We're finishing Cataclysm and Into the Wild. And once Cataclysm is complete, we're going to be starting the others. RLCraft 2 will be started once Jewel is ready. In the following, I don't know how much time it takes, but when Jewel is ready, I will be then starting RLCraft 2. And in the meantime, we have the team of Cataclysm and Into the Wild right now, as well as other projects updates. For Dimension products, we're going to be starting those when Minecraft announces Dimensions. Although the Dream Dimension and the hiring of people to do those, like the hiring of people to get to where we want to go, we have already started recruiting. For example, for developers, we have already started creating job offers for things we will want for RLCraft 2. So for example, on RLCraft 2, we're going to want custom dragon. We're going to want really, really good Dragonflight. So we're recruiting a developer just to do Dragonflight, and that is already in place.
And do we, for RLCraft 2, is there an agenda in the Mojang, in the Microsoft side, for all the features that couldn't be added to RLCraft 1.2?
Oh, yes. So regarding features which we'd like, we do requests to Microsoft to add features, and Microsoft is nice, so they add them, but as nice as they are very slow. So features we want on RLCraft 2, I think from the beginning of RLCraft 2 to the end, considering the size of RLCraft 2, they will have added them, but Microsoft isn't very fast on adding ideas. But yeah, RLCraft 2
I do
also...
have a question though.
Yeah?
I've never seen a sequel of something on the marketplace. Is that even like authorized?
What?
Like so, Nana 2. Is that something that ever happened in on marketplace?
Nobody has ever released nobody has ever released. There's going to be one guy who's going to release a variation of a product before us, but we're going to be the first to do a 2 of a product. Yeah, we're going to be the first. That's really cool. Yeah, and so RLCraft 2 really I think we're going to spend a bit under a year. We're really going to like right around a year. We're going to make the best RLCraft we can. And it's even crazy. We got Lycanites. So on RLCraft 2, it's like there's a subpart of RLCraft, which is RLCraft. Like it's a mod. RLCraft is a mod pack. It's a mod of RLCraft that I got the license for. So we're gonna add it in RLCraft 2. And we got insane concept arts and stuff. Oh my! I see you guys are car fans. Well, great. I'm pleased to hear it. Pleased to hear it. Lada and stuff. Yeah. No, this is McLaren's. The drawing of lots of car pictures. What did Lorenzo? Yeah, if you want to send it in the chat, you can send it in. You can put it on the mural, Lorenzo, if you want to add that. You can add that to the mural. You can add it. Yeah, sure. So Lorenzo was suggesting when you add things, make them things which are related to you, and make things which are related to your memories and what you like. And you can add things which you love to what you do. And yeah, and he had a picture which is quite unrelated, but oh well, it's going crazy. Oh, you have it, Lorenzo? Yeah, there we go. Can I add this to the board? It would add that. Yeah, you can just add it straight if you want. Yeah, you can just add. That's me. Well, there we go. Oh, we got a pixel arted Maserati, Ferrari. I don't know what that is. Anyhow, should have. Oh, Pitar did a comment. Supernatural reference. I don't get the reference, but it should be good. So on that, guys, unless you want to keep on adding things related to the cars, I'm going to do a final summary of what we spoke about today, and then everybody is off to start working on a project and make this in a reality. So let's start. Why is there a picture? An AI picture of a picture of me that finished a marathon. That has no relation to what we were doing. Me as a Fortnite skin. I even have a honey. Yeah. Yeah, no, that has no relation though. So let's go over it. So first of all, let's do this final conclusion. You guys all concentrated? No more cars. You guys can keep on doing cars after, but after. So let's go. So our mission is to make the best projects possible. Our goal is not to get success from it. However, if success comes, thank you so much and I'm grateful for it. What it means to make the best things, it doesn't mean we're perfect. It means that we do what we like most and we put ourselves in the player's position and think, if I was a player, what would I like most? To do this, if things don't align with our vision, we don't do it. Which means that even if a project is going to make us $500,000, but it's not aligned with what we're doing, I'm not going to start that project and I'm not going to order it, greenlight it to start. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and each of our team members, we're going to trust them to do their job. But if they don't do it, okay, we split ways, but we trust them to do it. We give them the opportunity. We're going to be working with English speakers, and everybody who doesn't speak English is going to be forced to learn how to speak. And when change is going to come, and we're going to need to edit things, we're going to do the edits and go ahead and make them. To do this, we're going to be setting goals of Honeyfrost very clearly, as we're doing right now, and on projects, and everybody is empowered to go hit those goals in the way that they think they can do the best, doing what they love. And if what they love is cars and Transformers, by all means, go ahead and do it. These projects, through adding what we add to them, are going to be so amazing as everybody's able to contribute to the project and everybody can impact the final result. And if you just make something a bit better, you add one thing to this massive project, it's gonna be felt. Everything matters. These are all very simple concepts, but are not easy. So we're gonna push forward and do them. We're gonna push and do them. To do these things, we're gonna be communicating more. I'd love to hear idea suggestions from you guys. The more idea suggestions I get, the better it is. You can especially ask questions to our producers. You guys can always keep on learning. And I see you guys really love cars. So by all means, keep on drawing cars and you can do what you like. Yeah. Okay, can we stop on the cars for a second? Or you guys can continue. I don't stop on the cars for a minute. I was? Stop on the cars. Nobody's drawing cars. Welcome to America. Now speak English, MAGA. Why is he green? Wait. Now I want to draw. Wait. It's orange. It's orange. There we go. Orange man. Boom. There we go. Stop. Good. Whoever added. Thank you. I'm going to Control Z. Good. And through the application of everything we're going to do, we're going to succeed at making the best projects, and the projects we're going to be doing are projects which link between each other, are projects which boost the Honeyfrost brand and make people see, goddamn, when I see Honeyfrost, damn, they go hard as fuck. Why? Because we are hard as fuck. And there we go. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, being with us today. I'm so excited for what we're going to do in 2026. And let's fucking go. Thank you, everybody. Let's go. Bye-bye.
Thank you, boy. We love you.
Thank you very much.
And have a good year.
Bye.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Happy
Bye,
New Year's,
everyone.
everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
All right. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Let's go.
Bye. Happy Year.
Thanks, guys.